From being a hero to tea parties-ish and being parents. Hello, Magi here, and welcome back to another episode of Top 5 Touhou Doujin Works. The series where I look over Touhou Doujin work I or you guys have noticed throughout the week and have the need to tell you guys about it. So without further ado, let's begin the Top 5 Touhou Doujin Works number 16. Number 5. So this next work is a little different from the rest as it will have two stories in them. Both are fine, but it's the first one I want to focus on. This work called Koei Main, created by Kikoku and Shunsei, starts off with Sakya, Patchouli, and Romelia in the library. Patchouli finds a book about summoning and uses it. After doing the process, the three girls find that it was a success as a devil had appeared before them, although the devil is a kid. This is an interesting twist as Kurokuma is being raised by Sakya instead of Patchouli as Fanon sometimes depicts it, and you can tell Sakya really cares about Kurokuma. Lesson being, don't mess with Kurokuma unless you want to face Sakya's wrath. The next story involves the SDM crew once more, but it switches its focus on characters as Flandre is the main target here. For the time frame, it seems that it's after the events of EOSD, and Flandre and the rest of the cast are now adjusting their lives after meeting up with Reimu and Marissa, and for the most part it's been a positive change. There's also a party happening from the looks of it, and the SDM crew plus Reimu and Marissa are attending, minus one younger vampire due to her fear of her powers. This is also an enjoyable work with a focus on Flandre and Reimu, but the one I was most curious about was the first one. It's not every day I read a story where Sakya is raising Kurokuma. Number 4. If you're new to Touhou, the main two characters in the series are Reimu and Marissa, appearing in most of the official games and print works. While having that many appearances can be awesome, it can no doubt be taxing as well. So this story helps the two when it comes to overworking. The work called The Hero is Wriggle, created by Suchu Hanabi, starts off with Reimu saying she's tired of being the protagonist. Well, fuck. This story knows how to start it off quickly. Being tired of it, Reimu creates a pinwheel and decides who the next protagonist will be. Given the bloody title, you can guess who won that. Sorry everyone else, the Nightbug got this victory. With Wriggle being the main girl, Romelia decides if she can annihilate Wriggle, she'll become the new main character. That's one way of thinking. After Romelia's declaration, Wriggle goes out and plays out exactly how the playable character would operate. To the teeth, mind you. For any Wriggle fans, or anyone who wanted something different, you can't say you wouldn't be intrigued at the thought of Wriggle being the main character. And remember, we do have antinomy, so you know anything's possible, right? Number 3. As you know, the main antagonist in Legacy was Junko. And for those who played Legacy and fought her, you know how much of a bitch she was during her battle. But aren't you curious about the events that led Junko to being an annoying ass? Well, wait no further as this work got your back. The castle built on sand, created by Sano Sanoko, starts off with a guy named Yi, who's reporting to our lovely-ish, though we haven't seen her face yet, Chungai about some impurities. We then switch to Junko and her not dead son Bofeng, or however the bloody hell you say it. Wow, I sound like an asshole saying that with such enthusiasm. Not as much as the asshole in this story though, that's for sure. Anyway, it's shown that Junko has an association with Hekichiya, even though they haven't met from what Junko said. I don't want to say more as I feel it'll spoil the rest of it, but if you recall my interesting Touhou facts about Junko's backstory and about her son, well, this doesn't end well for the kid. We can't always have a happy ending as shown in canon and fanon works. Let's just say being in Junko's position is probably not the best idea for the time being, as from the sounds of it, you ain't getting a happy ending. Number 2. Now this next story involves children, but this time it's a baby. The work called Bringing Up a Child of Crow, created by Strange Chameleon, suggested by Synth Music Solstice, is a story where Oku is raising a baby, a human one to boot. So many flags raised in that one sentence, but let's continue on. Orin, who Oku first mentioned of the baby, tells her friend to return the baby back before Satori finds out. Oku, not wanting to give up the baby, says she'll raise the baby by her own. An admirable thing to say. and she does so very well for the first part, tending to the newly baby as best as she can. She does reach her limit, however, when trying to fend off Onis with a human baby on ya, and your main source of attack is nuclear fusion. The results won't be positive towards the baby, that's for sure. Oku being a mother is weird in my mind, but after seeing this work, I honestly believe she'd be a standout mother as she did what was best for the baby. And you seriously can't ask for more than that. Number 1. In the series, the Hakurei Shrine is depicted as both the border between Gensokyo and outside world, Reimu's home, and apparently the hangout for yokais. Now what if the main hangout changed from the shrine to a certain puppeteer's home, if you will? Let's just say chaos ensues. The work called Alice's Tea Party, created by Akabashi Yusuke, is a story where everyone comes to visit Alice's place. And I mean everyone, from magicians to vampires, goddess, shrine maidens, judges, and even more that I'd rather not list. With the amount of people coming in, you'd think it'd be a party at Alice's place every day, which would really suck. Anyway, the key star would have to be Alice, as she's always sitting down, responding in either a neutral or agitated look, and that's pretty bloody impressive. If my friends kept coming to my place, unannounced, every single fucking day, heads will be rolling down my icy streets. And my friends are only human, mind you. Imagine having yokais coming to your own place every day, 90% just to annoy you. Certainly not a pleasant thing to deal with. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Which doujin work are you going to check after? Would you like to see Sakya taking care of Kookuma? How would you feel with Wriggle as the main character? Or how would you react if you were put in Alice's shoe? Like always, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a like and subscribe, or else everyone will start barging into my house, and that would be a bitch to deal with. Either way, this is Magi, and thanks again for watching.